What's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new video. It's your boy Ego, and today we have another 7 Deadly Sins guide for you guys. Now, before you watch this, if you do red demon raids and you don't know what you're doing, watch the red demon raid guide video. It's basically going to be the same thing as this, but for the red demon. Alright, but for this video we're going to talk about gray demon and how and what teams we should take for this mission. Alright, I'm gonna focus mainly on what nukers you need to take, and I will show you their gears, what gears you need to take with them, and then the others are going to just be extra characters, support characters, or etc. Okay, so this is that kind of video. Alright, I'm only gonna focus on the nuker. Okay, so please understand that. Alright guys, I had to take a quick pause there. Alright, as always, a quick pause because there's always something for me to do. As you guys know, I'm kind of busy with life and stuff, preparations for certain things that's gonna happen in my life. But I got the characters that I need listed. Alright, so this should be a lot easier for me to explain why you need these units. So the first unit, as I was saying, was the Green King. You need Green King because he's the nuker of this mission, which is Gray Demons. Now the Green King, I don't have him as a UR unit as of yet, but he's going to be UR soon. As you guys know, I already got him maxed out. Now the reason why you want to use this unit is because of his stats. Green King, basically attack and defense, really good for him. All right, substats should be attack and defense. All right, you should be having nothing but attack and then defense and HP. All right, that's what your build should be. SSRs on the left, SR, R, C, or you can use SSRs on the right as well, but it doesn't really matter. It's all up to you if you guys want that slight increase. Alright, so it's all up to you guys on the right side, but the left side has to be SSR, attack, medals. Just know that. Alright. So for the first attack, we have first configuration Bumblebee, which inflicts 400% to a single target and applies fatal, which increases critical damage by 2. You can also put critical. You can also put critical on the right hand side. Critical gear on the right hand side, because if you want to run that critical, bro, I would say 100% run that critical. You guys can honestly tell me your builds in the comments below, but critical or defense is your way to go, and attack. All right, attack on left, critical on the right, or defense on the right. There we go. Now the next attack is Toxic Garden. Inflicts 400% to a single target and applies Ruin, which removes all the target's debuffs and inflicts a plus 20% damage for each one. So if they have debuffs, if you guys got debuffs on, well, if the demon has debuff, then every debuff that the demon has, it increases it by 20% for each debuff that the demon has. All right. Hopefully I broke that down thoroughly for you guys. You guys can always ask questions in comments. Now the ultimate fourth configuration Sunflower, it inflicts 420% damage to all enemies, and it applies crushing, which crushing is ignores patience rate. So that's not really that important, but the ultimate is what you could bank on majority of the time. And then we also have Crossfire, which is inflict 480% damage to all enemies and applies crushing as well. And that's with Deanne, which I have that one. No, I don't have that one because I don't run this guy yet. Now his passive Magic Control, for each bar in the ultimate move gauge, increase critical hit chance by 10%. So if you got a full bar of the ultimate and you're using your ultimate, you have a high chance to crit. Now if you're gonna also put the increased crit chance on your right on your gears over here, then you have a high chance. You got a good amount of damage to do, which is this one. Okay, critical. I think this is the one that does critical increase. I think that's what it is. Yeah, that's critical increase. So yeah, this is the king you want to use as your nuker. Alright, and if it's not this one, you want to use, you guys obviously have this one, the blue one. You can obviously use the blue one as well as your nuker. Now the gears that I have for mine, it's all HP, but I'm going to change it because I'm going to put I'm not going to tell you guys what actually I'm going to tell you. I'm going to put HP and defense, which is what I already have. Actually, no, I'm gonna leave it like this because I like it like this. But if you want for demon raids or to him to be attacker, you put attack and defense, or attack and HP. You can use those gears. It's all up to you guys. For this one, you can honestly just use attack and defense, or attack and HP. Up to you. All right, 100% up to you. But the reason why you want to take him if you don't have the green one, but I'd say go for the green one. Third configuration fossilization inflicts 250% damage to a single target, petrifies for 2 turns, but the petrification doesn't work on this on this gray demon. It only works on red demon. Removes all buffs and debuffs and prevents all actions. Breaks if target takes damage, basically. All right, and then you got this one, which heals. Healer, really good. It heals 50% of missing HP and cleanse all debuffs. 8th configuration, flower. And then 4th configuration, sunflower. Inflicts 420% damage to all enemies. Applies crushing. Same thing as crossfire. Same thing as the first one, as I said. Does the same exact thing. And then Fairy King increases base stats of all Fairy Clan members by 8%. Alright? By 8%. So if you got the red Helbrum or the green Helbrum, then you guys can use them. Now the other units that you can take, which are support units, you can go ahead and take the red Helbrum. Red Helbrum being the unit that is going to do decent. You can also take him as a nuker, actually. This red Helbrum, which I don't have him, sad to say. Fog Wave inflicts 450% damage on a single enemy and reduces its alt gauge by 3. Really good for gray demons, because if that gray demon is stacking, you're gonna take an AoE. You're gonna take not AoE. You're gonna take an ultimate move that is just gonna one-shot your unit. So this red Helbrum, really good. You have Stone Needle for his next move. Inflicts 250% damage on a single enemy and it petrifies for 2 turns. The petrification doesn't work. Again, gray demons, you can't petrify. You got the ultimate, which is Hunting Ball. Cleanse all enemies, buffs, and stances, and deals 280% damage. Basically, as for red demons, this stance. For gray demons, it's flying. Okay. Cleanse all. This is Blizzard. This is with Gustav. Blizzard. Cleanse all enemies, buffs, and stances. Deals 350% damage instead. So I'd say run that Gustav underneath this Helbrum. Alright, now he got his passive, which is Natural Magic. Basic stats increased by 5% for each surviving ally character. That's not that, but it's still good. It's still good. This Helbrum, 100% you would take him for gray demon and red demon. This Elizabeth, I'm gonna give you the information right now. Inflicts 360% damage to a single enemy and seal attack skill for 2 turns, which is this one. Sliding Serving. First Aid. Heal all allies by 300% of attack and increases alt gauge by 2. That's why the green Elizabeth's good too. This Elizabeth does what the green Elizabeth basically does. So you guys get the gist of it. Sorry that I said the other Elizabeth. It's the wrong Elizabeth. It was this Elizabeth. Don't roast me in the comments. I know many of you guys are already going to go ahead and do that. Green Elizabeth. Sorry, I'm just getting confused because I have their cards open and I'm getting confused on which one does what. This green Elizabeth cleanse a single enemy stance and buff and inflicts 400 damage. Really good. And then she also heals. So always a healer is good for Demon Raid. Heals all allies by 400% of attack and cleanse debuffs. Gets rid of debuffs. And then we have an ultimate that does healing. Really freaking good. Apparently, because the fact of the matter is the Great Demon does AoE damage. And it does a lot of damage. So this ultimate will do great. Heal all allies by 420% of attack. Increases alt gauge by 2. So that's awesome, dude. You get an increase of your alt gauge already. You get 2 auras already on that alt gauge. 2 of them, alright? And then we got King as the ally. We got heal all allies by 480% of attack, increase gauge by 2. So this one's Life Authority, this one's Goddess Garden. Then we have the passive Desperately Prepared. At the start of battle, increases alt gauge by 2. What more can you ask for, guys? You're already starting off with the alt gauge at 2. Now the next few, which I'm going to mention, I'm not going to get into too detailed with them, but it should be Thir. You guys already know what Thir does. On top of Thir, you can also use the green Hellbrum, this one. Okay, the green Hellbrum, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of information on him. I'm not going to open the card though. You know what, let's just open it. Blade Pitch inflicts 180% damage to all enemies. Apply poison for 3 turns. Poison, additional 50% damage done at the end of each turn. Really good. Why? Because he's really good. Fairy Wind. It increases the attack-related stats of all allies by 30% for 3 turns. Really freaking good for boosts. Boost Man. This man does the boosts. Hunt Ball. Ultimate. Cleanse all enemy buff. Removes the effect, alright, of all enemy buff effects and stance changes. Inflicts 280% damage to all enemies. And then his passive, Boundaries of Death, 1 time. If this unit's HP falls to 0, heals HP equal to 100% of this unit's defense. So you gotta use your gears for the man's defense. It's for that passive to work. All right. Thir. I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys information on him. Memory, Arrow of Memory inflicts 180% damage to all enemies and seal attack skills of 2 turns. Arrow of Erosion, basically what it does, it increases it ranks up all allies skills. And then Memory of the Lid, which is his ultimate, inflicts 350% damage to all enemies and reduces ultimate gauge by 3. You guys should know the rest. Now we have Kane, which is the SR Kane. You guys are probably still pretty shocked that I'm talking about Kane, but this man Kane is really viable for these demon raids. Continuous Kicks inflicts 450% damage to a single enemy and ignites for 5 turns, which is increasing damage to the target by 10%, and you can stack it. Then you have this one, which is the god one, Cleanse. An enemy buff and inflicts 300% damage, ignite for 4 turns, which basically does the same thing. Oh no, they do the same exact thing. It ignites, which is increases damage to the target by 10%. The ultimate, oh no, I think it's his passive that's really good. Inflicts 210% damage to all enemies, applies weakness. Yes, it's his passive. Increases attack skills of for all allies by 10%. All right, attack skills for all allies get increased by 10%. I think that's what I was talking about, why he's so good. So this Kane, really good. And then the last unit, which is a good it's an honorable mention. You guys are ready for this? Y'all ready for this? SR Gil Thunder, the green one, not the blue one, the green one. Why? You guys are wondering why. Inflicts 250% damage to all enemies, applies burst, which increases damage done to target with buffs by 2%. So if the enemy, if the gray demon has buff on, if it gave itself a buff, it's gonna do extra damage. Lightning Charge, increase the attack of all allies by 60% for 2 turns. That's why he's good. Boom. That's why he's good for gray demons, because you want to get that boost. Killing of the Emperor, which is his ultimate. Wow, what a dark name. Inflict 560% damage to a single enemy. Apply shock for 4 turns, which is additional 30% damage done at the end of each turn. So it's like residual damage. And then his passive, increase all allies defense skills by 15% in PvP. That's not really matter here. The power of the Emperor. So yeah, these are the units that you should be taking for the gray demon. Again, the list goes: green King, blue King, red Hellbrum, green Elizabeth, red Elizabeth SR with oh no, I showed you the wrong Elizabeth. Shoot, my bad. I meant this SR. I meant this Elizabeth. Gosh, man, there's so many Elizabeths. Please excuse me for that. This Elizabeth, I'm gonna give you the information right now. So yeah, this Elizabeth, the green Elizabeth, you can take green Hellbrum, red Thir, which is Coin Shop Thir, Kane, and the green SR Gil Thunder. Alright? So those are the units. Once again, I'm gonna give you guys the better breakdown right now. Green King, blue Coin Chop King, which is the free play one. We got the green healer UR Elizabeth, which is summonable. The red UR Elizabeth, which is the one where she's wearing the red dress. You got the red Hellbrum, green Guild Thunder, green Kane, and red Gother Coin Shop. Hopefully this breakdown helped you guys a lot, and if it did, please make sure to leave a like. Let me know in the comment section what your Great Demon raid build is. I'd like to know. If it did help, please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, hit that notification bell for whenever I upload, you get a notification. Shout out to the 7 Deadly Sins grandcross.gg website. The link is in the description below for all the details that I used for this video, as well as translations. And yeah, that's basically the rest. That's basically the video, guys. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit that like. You can join my Discord as well. All the links are in the description, so check out the description. So if you watch the video throughout, let's use hashtag ego sin, hashtag ego sin in the comments below, right? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Have a nice rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. It's been your boy Ego. One love. Peace.